The National Army, SPLA, marked the 34th anniversary of its inception together with its political wing, SPLM, at the Army's headquarters Bilpam in Juba on Thursday. The Revolutionary Day was attended by soldiers from various ranks and senior government dignitaries in an event spearheaded by the President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. In his keynote address at the event, President Kiir said the main purpose of raising arms against Khartoum regime was to stop the marginalization of Southerners and to transform the system of governance in Sudan. He added that the failure of the North to accept the South resulted to self-determination and independence of South Sudan.
We should focus on building a nation rather than allowing external forces to push us further into conflict. As a people, we must reignite the vision that sustain us during the long years of struggle. Our historical movement must be honored, and we cannot sacrifice the dignity of those who shed their blood for this nation. While we find ourselves at the crossroads, we must press forward and choose the path that leads us back to peace and prosperity.
President Kiir called on the people of South Sudan to protect the country from foreign elements who are trying to sabotage the nationhood and sovereignty of South Sudan. He called on the citizens, and the army in particular, to press on with the spirit of unity and resilience in tackling the challenges imposed on the country by the enemies of peace. President Kiir added that the national dialogue declared is aimed at reconciling the nation and called on the people of South Sudan to embrace the dialogue, which is due to start soon.
I want to inform you that we have been talking about the national dialogue. And this national dialogue has been raising so many questions, and especially those who pretend to be friends of SPLM or friends of South Sudan, when they are actually the enemies in disguise, that they want to destroy South Sudan. They are pressing for this. There are people with genuine opinion that they know this thing may bring peace and unity in South Sudan.
On his part, the Deputy Minister of Defense, General Thoy Chany Riat, who represented the Minister of Defense at the event, said the revolutionary movement would be remembered across Africa as a legacy of success of the people of South Sudan. General Thoy urged the people of South Sudan to embrace their history and be proud of their achievement.
I would like to remind everyone here and far that formation of the SPLA on 16 May 1983 was negotiated and informed by the all a call for freedom, self-governance, and respect for identity, equality, and accommodative diversity, above all, armed struggle for Africanism.
Working as a team was the message of the newly appointed Chief of Defense Force, General Ajongo Mawut, who promised to work with his colleagues in improving the welfare of the army and to achieve its desired goals. He also added that his team would strive to uphold and protect the Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan.
بعد قرار السيد الرئيس أفتكر ما بزول بيشتغل براو زول بيشتغل براو ما في أنا كشيف اوف ديفنس جديد يمكن بكون في التيم شغال معي فأنا داير أقول هنا أنا بشتغل مع التيم ده إذا كان مثلا بقى في أخطاء ولا بقى في نجاحات نينا ما ممكن ناخد حاجة براي حاجة اللي أنا ما اشتغلت فوقه لازم الكوليكس المعايدة بيشتغلوا معي سوا والجيش ده كله بيشتغل معي سوا.
The flag of this nation was raised alongside the hopes, aspiration and motivation of the people of South Sudan to achieve prosperity of this nation. These were words of the President at today's event here in Bilfam to commemorate the 34th anniversary of the SPLA foundation and inception.